Hello, this is a Miwa magnetic cam lock, which, as the name says, it uses magnets in order to, as part of its locking mechanism. That's the lock itself. Also, we have the key here, and as you can see, the key is pretty plain on the hole. It actually has magnets in there that help align sliders in the lock in order to pull the sliders in order to allow the actual core itself to turn naturally. I have actually put some magnets on the back of it to just. I was actually a little bit at a loss at how to show like what the bitting would be for this lock, and this is probably the best way that I figured out how to do it. Here the basically I have the plus and minus just to show that these two are in the same alignment, and that one right there is flipped. This would actually the lock itself has 4 possible chambers, but only 3 of them are filled. I've seen in other YouTube videos that seems pretty standard. I've yet to see one that actually has the full 4 in it. Let's see. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take these off, just put those to the side, and demonstrate that the key works fine. I have the I've marked the core and the plug itself, or the core and the body, in order to just show the relative position during the lock. The actual picking itself, I found it easier just to tell what was going on with that. More so for external, because I'm not really looking at it that much. For the picket, actually, let's talk about the magnets really fast. I ended up buying these 3mm by 1mm neodymium magnets that I'm using actually for the picking itself. I actually tried using a pick, but because it was just sliding off and it was getting stuck in the actual lock itself, not really stuck, but I could like pull it out, but it would lose track. I ended up super gluing one of the magnets to this ball pick that I never really used. And earlier I showed the orientation. This is this minus and this plus sort of correspond to what that was. And let's see. Yeah, let's get to the pick. That one right there. So I actually found it really useful to align the 2 corners of the hex into those grooves right there. That way I can tighten it pretty easily. And we can see, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. And let's give this a go. So first one I'm going to do is the top side is the one that has the 2 that I'm going to be picking. The bottom one has the 1. The 2 at the top I'm going to be picking in this direction, and then 1 at the bottom I'm going to be picking in the other. So I'm going to be sliding my pick back. I don't have this at full tension, I just have this set back a little bit. And I'm going to be listening for the click on basically when it's going to be going forward. It basically happens after you go a certain distance forward, and then after you fall a certain distance back. And I'm going to look for the center between those 2, and then basically push that up. And that's sort of like trying to get the slider to move closer to the center. So. All right, and just go down and approach from the other side. So a trick that I have for this side in particular doesn't really work on the bottom, is I'll put the lock in and then I'll basically let go of the pick itself, and that sort of finds its way directly to where it needs to go, and then I can just pull it down a little bit. I heard a click there. Going to the back. And there it's open. All right, let's zoom back out. All right, so I'm going to set this back, and let's get to doing this. All right, so first thing I'm going to remove is this piece here. Just something I want to show right before. I only just realized this right before the video, but this actually has the part number HG1353, and the key itself actually has that part there as well. All right. So getting the second piece off. That one is loose. The next piece itself. Popping that off. All right, now this is the one that's bothered me the most in the past. This C-clip is just really difficult to get off, so I'm hoping this won't take too long. Actually, I think I got this done in record time. Perfect. All right. Oh, and something I didn't really talk about, but there is a key retaining pin. Basically, when you rotate it, it pushes down, and it fits into this groove right here in order to prevent the key from being removed. So when I pull this out, that's going to be the first thing that's going to, like, I've had it just like shoot off. So, all right, so let's remove that piece. And I put my thumb in front of it just to prevent it from shooting off. You can see that there. All right. And we can see that, let's put that there. We can see the sliders, two of them are being oriented this way, and the other one is coming up this other direction, where the frontmost chamber is left empty. So I'm going to pull the key out up gently. So this is going to be 2. Next one up, this is going to be 1. And that's going to be 3. All right, so you can see the chambers. These are not accessible from the inside, which is the really cool thing about it being a magnetic lock. You can see the groove. This is what the actual sliders are going to be locking up against and when you're trying to pull it in for. And for the retaining pin, basically it fit in there, and then once you slide it, it pulls the, or when you're rotating the key, it will actually pull that in, and that's what actually gets caught in the keys groove right there. Let's take a closer look at this. So this is 3. You can see that one of these is actually I haven't really tested that part before. So all right. Oh, what just happened? Okay. Something happened on my phone. Something popped up, and I didn't know what had happened there. So these are the pieces themselves. The sliders. So from front to back, and right, and that should be everything. Thank you.